Yeah.
His name's Hotze, and he was imported from New Zealand. He's 15. He's a thoroughbred Andalusian cross.
Cool.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. So what's he doing? What's his career now?
And I rode him for a couple years, and he never, ever, ever gets tired.
Okay.
I mean, I just don't have the energy to ride him.
Gotcha.
So the last winter and last summer, Polly.
That's good, Heidi.
Polly, the one that has the first one you looked at, I've loaned him to her, and she rides him.
Trots.
Okay.
And he will not stop trotting. And it just goes from regular trot to medium trot to extended trot to whatever, you know. And even Marie, when she rides him, he just goes. His name is Hollywood Hot to Trot. There you go. That's his name. There you go.
Love the name.
Polly doesn't care. Polly loves that, right? And he takes him to Telluride, and they go all over the mountains, and he loves that. And he's really happy.
Very good.
And she started doing a little bit of jumping with him, and he's really happy, just really low.
Right.
Took him to some very small level events, and just went around the cross country course trotting over rails and things like that. And he liked it, and he did really well, and all that. So he's really in a good place right now.
Right.
And he had 2 colic surgeries, and he still now and then gets gas colic.
Okay.
It could be ulcers. I've never had him scoped.
Okay.
I don't really know.
Okay.
But it's, you know, he just gets over it.
Right. Right.
But it can be pretty miserable.
Yeah.
He gets pretty miserable sometimes. But the less you do, the less you feed him in terms of anything other than just hay and grass, the better he does.
Right. Okay.
So,
has he had any other than the colics? Any other health issues? Any?
no,
Okay.
not since I've had him. Not as far as I know. He's an awesome horse. He's could do anything, I think.
Well, the thing that really struck me first when I saw him going around is he's got a ton of presence.
Yeah.
And he really has a lot of presence. Of course, very forward.
He does some of my girls.
I lean towards water on him. There's a possibility that he could be a water fire cross, but definitely water. And maybe he's not. We think of water horses as being fearful, but that can also be a lack of confidence that you generally will show up more as the fearfulness is if they've had bad experiences in their life. And it sounds like he's had a very good, he's been handled well in his life. And of course, as a water horse, they love to move and go forward, and they have endless endurance. So that as a trail riding horse, that's just perfect, and someone that does have the confidence, that's happy to let him move out, and doesn't get concerned or worried if he starts to get stronger and faster.
She laughs.
So
He just laughs. She doesn't even care.
That's a perfect fit.
Right.
And and I think there could be a little bit of fire in there just because of his presence. The way he carries himself and everything.
He's awesome.
But the water horses also have a nobleness about them. So I don't know for sure, but I would definitely type him as either a straight water or possibly a water. Yeah, and the animation and everything that he has, that's typical with the water horses.
Yeah.
If you wanted a stereotypic water horse, it would be your Arabian Park horse.
Yeah.
They get in there a lot of brilliance and animation, and he's certainly got got all of that. And the things that I would be thinking about now that he's 15 years old, and y'all are so lucky in this area because the hay is so good, such good mineral content, because these guys do need extra minerals, and they can sometimes have some lower back issues if they don't get enough minerals. So that's,
he gets the same. Well, we haven't been feeding him any grain at all because he had a couple of spells where he would just,
and he shouldn't need grain,
but he was getting the same supplements that Polly's other horse was getting. That I mentioned to you. So
the aloe is really good for the water horses too, because it is minerals, and it does support their digestion well. And the water horses will certainly get ulcers because they can be a little afraid sometimes, even if they don't show it outwardly.
He internalizes a lot, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. They don't tend to act out I don't know. I have a feeling you're not going to see so much problems with ulcers with the lifestyle that he has now.
Right.
Yeah, because it's all good. But put in a position where they are continually challenged over and above what they are comfortable with doing, they will develop. See, that's the thing with the water horses being a jumper, because they are incredible jumpers. But they do get intimidated by the big jumps.
Yeah.
So unless the rider is like, no, this is not a problem. Come on,
you can do this.
Yeah, we can do this.
You can do this.
Yeah, but if the rider has any hesitation at all, then they'll be successful up to maybe 3-6.
Yeah.
And then then they may not go up to the higher levels unless it's truly someone. And even with that being said, even with the right trainer, that's where sometimes the ulcers will come, where they're doing it, but it's still outside of their comfort zone of what they're doing. They just, the fear is the emotion, for the water horse.
Okay.
And so you just want to keep that in mind.
Yeah.
And like say, a wood horse, the higher the better. With the water horse, there's going to be a certain level where they're going to go, oh, I don't know, that's
Unless
scary.
they're being encouraged by somebody who...
Right. And even sometimes, even with the right person, they will do it, but it's still, it's just too much.
Yeah.
Just drop them down a level to their comfort zone, or you're going to start seeing some health problems.
Yeah.
And they tend to, the water horses, they have a lot of power, but they can, that hind end, as they get older, can start to weaken a little bit, that lower back and hind end.
So do you think he should be getting some minerals then, or we should just...
Right now, it seems like it's all being, like I say, y'all have such good hay.
Okay.
But if you start to see any stiffness in the hind end, then some joint supplements might sure be in order.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or maybe a legend shot or something like that. Is that...
Well, adequine.
Adequine,
Might be more towards the adequine.
Okay.
Yep, absolutely. Be watchful, for that.
Yeah, okay.
So other than the aloe, is there anything else they can do on colic prevention for this guy if he's winding up with a gassy colic? Is there anything else that you would suggest in that regard?
Maybe some probiotics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just to make sure
KLPP, we have a big jug of that.
Absolutely. That'll work. That will definitely work.
Like that regularly, not just if he gets gassy.
Yeah, it might be that you give him like 10 cc's on a daily basis, and then if at the first hint that he's, then go get him a 30 cc syringe and syringe it to him.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, KLPPs are really good. It's more of a prebiotic, but it keeps their, it feeds their bacteria.
All the bacteria, okay.
Yeah, so that's pretty important.